Stop buying these 5 things if you want financial freedom. Before this video ends, another few minutes of your life will be gone forever. And the truth is, money problems don't usually come from one big mistake. They come from small decisions, repeated quietly for years. One day you wake up older, tired, still working, still worried, wondering where all the time went. If that thought makes your chest feel heavy, stay with me because this is about protecting your future while you still can. Most people watching this are not lazy. They wake up early, go to work, carry family responsibilities on their shoulders, and still try to smile. The salary comes, and before you can even breathe, it's already divided rent, groceries, bills, school fees, fuel, medical costs, family needs. By the end of the month, there's barely anything left. And investing feels like something meant for later, or for people who earn more. Deep inside, there's a quiet fear you don't talk about that, if life continues like this, old age will arrive with empty hands and heavy regret. This video is not about blaming you. It's about showing you how small choices are silently stealing your future and how you can take it back with calm, steady steps. Financial freedom is not about becoming rich fast. It's about dignity. It's about not being afraid of emergencies. It's about sleeping peacefully at night, knowing you are building something, even slowly. The first thing many people keep buying is the illusion of comfort. Small daily expenses that feel harmless, frequent food orders, unnecessary rides, random online shopping, things bought to feel better after a stressful day. None of these feel dangerous because they are small, but small leaks sink big ships. When money is spent only to escape stress, it trains your brain to look for relief. Over time, you realize you worked an entire month just to survive emotionally, not to move forward financially. Comfort spending feels good for a moment, but it quietly steals years from your future. The second thing is upgrading lifestyles too early. A better phone, a bigger TV, a newer car, often not because you need them, but because others have them. Society is very good at making you feel behind. But here's the painful truth. Impressing people today can cost you your freedom tomorrow. Every upgrade increases pressure. Higher bills, more maintenance, more stress. You start running faster just to stay in the same place. Real wealth grows quietly. It doesn't ask for validation. It chooses stability over appearance. The third thing people buy is delay. They don't see it as a purchase, but it is. Every time you say, "I'll start investing next year," you are paying with time. Time is the most expensive asset you own, and once spent, it never comes back. Starting small feels pointless to many beginners, but investing is not about how much you start with. It's about how early you respect your future. Even a small monthly investment is a message to yourself that your tomorrow matters. Think about your older self for a moment. Not the version with dreams, but the one with tired knees, slower steps, and medical needs. That person is depending on the decisions you make today. No one teaches us to think this way. We are taught to survive the month, not to prepare for life. But survival is not enough. You deserve security. You deserve options. The fourth thing is emotional spending driven by comparison. Social media shows highlights, not struggles. You don't see the debt, the stress, the sleepless nights behind those perfect pictures. But when you compare your real life to someone else's edited moments, you end up spending money to fix feelings. This keeps you trapped. Financial peace comes when you stop competing and start building quietly, patiently, consistently. The fifth thing is buying the belief that investing is too complicated or too risky. This belief keeps people stuck for decades. Investing, at its core, is simple. It is about owning a small piece of productive growth over time. It rewards patience, not intelligence. The real risk is not investing at all and hoping things will somehow work out. This journey is not about perfection. You will make mistakes. You will feel slow, but every step matters. Even awareness is a powerful beginning. You don't need to change everything today. You just need to stop bleeding time and money in places that give nothing back. As this part ends, sit quietly for a moment and ask yourself one honest question. If nothing changes, where will my life be in 10 years? The answer to that question is not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Most people don't realize that the hardest part of investing is not money, it's emotion. It's learning to sit with discomfort today, so tomorrow can be lighter. Every month, when your salary arrives, there is a quiet battle inside you. One voice says, "You deserve to enjoy this. Life is already hard." Another voice whispers, "What about the future?" That second voice is often ignored, not because it's wrong, but because it asks for patience in a world that rewards instant relief. Family responsibility makes this even heavier. When parents depend on you, when children look at you as their safety, when unexpected expenses appear without warning, it feels selfish to think about investing. You tell yourself you'll focus on it once things are stable. But stability rarely arrives on its own. It is created slowly, intentionally, through choices that don't feel urgent but are deeply important. Investing is not about choosing the perfect asset or timing the market. It's about building a habit of self-respect. It's telling yourself, even if I can only save a little, I am not ignoring my future. That mindset changes everything. Because once you start, something shifts. You stop seeing money only as something to spend. You start seeing it as a worker that can grow quietly while you live your life. Many people fear investing because they think of losses. They imagine losing hard-earned money and feeling foolish. That fear is understandable. But think carefully, what is the bigger loss? A temporary market drop, or reaching your later years with nothing saved at all? Markets go up and down. Life expenses only go up. Time only moves forward. The real danger is standing still while everything else moves. Delayed investing creates a silent pressure. You don't feel it immediately. Years pass. Salaries increase slightly, but responsibilities increase faster. Then one day you realize the gap between where you are and where you need to be feels impossible to close. That feeling doesn't come from lack of effort. It comes from lack of early action. Small steps taken early are kinder than big sacrifices made late. Discipline sounds strict, but real discipline is gentle. It's not punishment. It's consistency. It's choosing a small amount to invest every month before spending on things that don't truly matter. It's understanding that boredom in investing is a good sign. Excitement often leads to mistakes. Calm, boring, repetitive investing builds quiet strength. There will be months when you feel tempted to stop, when an emergency comes, or motivation fades, or results feel slow. That's normal. Long-term thinking means accepting that progress doesn't always show immediately. Just like planting a tree, nothing seems to happen for a long time. But underground, roots are growing, and one day, shade appears. People often say they want freedom, but freedom requires responsibility first. Freedom is not spending without limits. Freedom is knowing you can handle problems without panic. Freedom is having choices, and choices come from preparation. You don't need to understand everything today. You don't need perfect knowledge. You just need honesty with your habits, your fears, and your priorities. Ask yourself where your money is going and whether it is building your future or only helping you escape the present. As this part comes to a close, Remember this: investing is not a race against others. It's a quiet agreement with yourself. A promise that no matter how slow the journey feels, you will not abandon your future self. That promise, kept consistently, changes lives. Take a deep breath for a moment. Not because everything is suddenly easy, but because you are finally looking at your life with honesty. Most people avoid this moment. They distract themselves. They scroll, spend, and hope. You chose to stay. That already says something important about you. Financial freedom does not arrive with fireworks. It arrives quietly. It arrives the day an emergency doesn't break you. It arrives the night you sleep without fear about tomorrow. It arrives when you realize you are no longer running blindly. You are walking with direction. You don't need to become someone else to build this life. You don't need a perfect salary, perfect timing, or perfect knowledge. You need respect for your future. Respect is shown through small, repeated actions. A monthly investment, a thoughtful pause before spending, a decision to stop buying things that steal from tomorrow to comfort today. There will be moments when you feel behind, when progress feels slow, when temptation whispers that it's pointless. In those moments, remember this: slow progress is still progress. Quiet discipline beats loud motivation every time. The people who win financially are not the smartest. They are the most consistent. One day, years from now, you will look back at this phase of your life. You will remember the pressure, the fear, the uncertainty, and you will be grateful that you didn't give up on yourself, that you chose patience over panic, that you chose responsibility over avoidance. Your family may never fully understand the sacrifices you make today, the things you don't buy, the comfort you delay, but the security you build will speak for itself. Security is love in its most practical form. You are not late. You are not weak. You are not incapable. You are simply at the beginning of a smarter chapter, a chapter where money becomes a tool, not a constant source of anxiety, a chapter where your future is no longer left to chance. Start small. Stay consistent. Be kind to yourself when it feels hard. And never forget, every single step you take toward investing is a step away from fear and a step toward freedom. This is not the end of the video. It's the beginning of a decision. And that decision, made quietly and kept consistently, has the power to change your entire life.